All right. imBestefar is going live. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, you guys, oh my gosh. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Friends, followers, subscribers, and likers. I'm grateful for your time. And I'm also very happy to be sitting down and playing another round of COTW The Angler with your host, imBestefar. And I am your host, imBestefar. Because today we're going to do something that's really kind of at least a little fun and a little easy in my book. We're going to go into the Golden Reserve here. And as we log in, I can just move off to the side here because for the moment we're just going to look at our challenges. All right, going over to the challenges, check it out. So this is I was going to say Norway. This is kind of an important choice, right? Like I try to get these done every day, and I occasionally will pick the species specific challenge because then I have a chance to show you guys and anyone else that watches my content how to fish for that type of species. In our last session as a group, I was cranking out Silver Lake Trout at kind of my special Silver Lake Trout spot. And the very next day, our challenge happens to be catch 10 lake trout. We're so in for that challenge. So today's at least initial little get-go. We're gonna try and crank out those 10 lake trout. Now, I think it's fun to just drop in the Channel Catfish. There's only 2, so let's at least do that. Because those are all obviously real close to us too, so we can do that right here off the bridge near the outpost. And then think about this: we'll catch 6 by doing this 10, and it's a little bit harder to get the sauger. So I would suggest that we just take, instead of, because we're not going to get a diamond, just give up hope. Okay, it's not easy to do. So you're not getting a diamond in a day unless you really focus and work on it. And you know what, team, we don't have anybody able to do that today. So here, let me just focus on getting my dashboard going on my phone so I can manage my stream as necessary. We're just getting started. We're 4 minutes in. We're not taking the diamond. We'll take the 6. Right, so now what we got is 10 lake trout and 2 Channel Catfish. The only thing I need to do, guys, is make sure I know what Channel Catfish take, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be leech or cheese. So let's just have a peek. So here's cheese, redworm, and leeches. I'm pretty sure I have all 3. So let's just check my backpack real quick. I got to re-rig my number 4, and we're going to re-rig it with float. Obviously, because we're going to go catch 2 catfish real quick. Even though I've got this 5-rod ready to go, I feel like it's a little small for what we're about to go do. So we'll just re-rig my Def Nexus with Big Pure, with my float line. I use colored monofilament when I'm pulling, and I'll use braid or dark line when I'm doing jig or something heavier, etc. Whatever, depends on what it is. Always doing float on this rod though, so I've tightened it up and just left it as green, and it looks really fantastic with the green Pure Champion. All right, I don't have any floats. Look at that. So that's a problem. So we've got to go to the store. And what probably happened is I went all jig happy and started putting jig heads in here. Look at this, guys. I just doing too much. I can take both those out. We're not going to use either of those today. And we can go right back to floats and make sure I have more than just the one. I love this waggler. The waggler is really tall and it has kind of a shiny greenness to it. These others are real small. They all work the same. They're all identical in functionality. It's up to you what you like to see in the water. I like this waggler. I also like the tall aspect of the cigar as well. See, they're very similar. But you can see the green color on the waggler, and it actually shines. It's nice. But this one, the glowing one, oh my God, you see that thing forever. Looks like a nipple in the water a mile away. So easy to see that at night. So we're gonna go here. We'll get back put that fourth rod together. We're gonna simply we're gonna use my one match rod I have. It's huge, but it's also my favorite rod to float. Now, here's the question, and this really matters for the noobs. Oh my gosh, what hook size would you want for the bait? I'm going to start with 6 because I know I can put a leech on here. And I've got to make sure I have leeches in my bag. So let's just put that cheese on there for the moment. Go to my backpack. Make sure I have leech. Don't see leech. Got a spot. Let's go get it. Storage, baits. Live baits, leech. There you go. We need more red worm. We'll buy more red worm. Red worm. 50 cents. You're taking me to the bank. Bestefar's got almost 90,000. Bestefar's going to be buying a rod and a reel soon. Oh my gosh. We might have to have a whole episode just on that. I have been waiting for a long time. So I'm taking my time on that decision. Alright. And I'm assessing opinions from other experts at the time before I spend my 90K. Okay. Now we can finish securing this nice depth nexus with the leech, right? I can do the red worm or the cheese. We're going to start with the cheese. And why are we starting with the cheese? Because the handbook says that the channel catfish likes the cheese, then the red worm, then the leech, and then I'm going to show you everything else pretty much in the bait bag is in here, right? So if you have bait, put it in the water. There's a chance you're going to get a channel catfish if you're in the right location. And then let's look at habitats. Oh my gosh, can you just say everywhere near a river or a wetland, right? Especially they like to bite at night. So this is a really good, easy fish to catch if you know where you're going. So what I do when I get a channel catfish challenge, I just follow the road, go to your nearest bridge, which happens to be right by the outpost, right? Welcome to your Wednesday, everybody. Try and be as happy as me. Come on. We need more viewers. Come on, everybody, get up. Get up. The morning bite is on. So I can get out here on these rocks. I'm right by the outpost, which is right behind me, right? We'll just come right over here by the bridge and drop a float right over. And I like to put these deep because this is a channel catfish. And I don't need to see the strike. It does not matter. Because you can watch it. Now another thing. Be patient. That's why I put chill music on for the channel catfish. because you gotta wait for it. You really gotta wait for it. And because the channel catfish is keen, one of its traits is keen, that means it'll go a long ways to get the bait. So, you know, put something out there that no one else wants, and you'll generally do pretty well to get the catfish. There's our first strike. So let's see how we did. Good morning, first fish. Here we are. Check it. It's a cute little bronzy. And obviously this is my extra strong rod and my top of the line reel, so don't be offended that I don't get much XP on this, right? I'm fishing for 2 fish, it doesn't matter, right? So I could have easily used my small bass rod as well. But it just doesn't cast as far, right? I'm talking about this cute little gold horn that I have, right? I could have put a little piece of cheese on there. It's such a cute rod, but it's rigged up for something else right now, hook size wise. So I'm simply going to go with my Big Daddy, which I use to catch salmon on bait if I want. And currently it's using cheese. Let's put that out a little bit higher. And we'll leave that there. We'll catch our second catfish. We'll wrap up that first challenge. Check out that bass that just jumped out there. Holy cow, that thing was huge. Don't be luring me in like that. I'll be doing bass fishing the rest of the day. Anyways, we're just chilling out here catching a couple of catfish. Won't be able to see that strike coming. So I wait to listen for it and try not to watch the screen so that I don't pre-strike. I also like to just look for the ripples in the water in my peripheral vision while I monitor the stream in my right. You know, I've got another monitor right here that I watch the stream in. There's our strike. That way, and it's not too far behind what I'm watching on the left screen, so I can actually fish from the right screen if I want to. Pretty cool how this all works. Alright, Bestefar pulling in another catfish. Looks like a bronzy again. Maybe a silver. Oh, way bigger. Silver, yeah! So, this is a cool thing about this game, right? If you put the right hook out and you know what you're after, you can really catch fish very quickly. Notice how it was 21 seconds. Even with the big rig up, because it's silver, I'm getting a big score, right? And that means points to XP and, you know, little chips to go buy your gear. So choose wisely what you want to go fish, right? You got to know where to go, right? So there's our first challenge done. And as we look at the challenges themselves, I've already got 2 down on the quantity because we're good, you know, we've caught 2 of these guys. We're going to go ahead and go do lake trout. Now, really cool. Check it. If you go to my handbook and you look at my latest catches, I'm just going to point out, notice the last 2 fish are right here. The rest of my fish here are all silver except this very last one here, which was our first fish of the day. I had the wrong hook on. When I put the right hook on and we fished with worm the rest of the day, look at all those silvers, one after another. These are all varying in size, but look at that. Up to 10, 11 kilograms. That's 22 pounder. They get up to 30 pounds before they become a gold. I did not get a gold that day, but we did get a ton of lake trout, right? This was my very last stream. So obviously it's fun for me to take a challenge where we're taking lake trout, because I can just take you right back out to that spot and I can take you to my rod that's ready to go on my 2-hook braided, a really strong reel, and a fully leveled up worm, right? Like we're ready to roll. So let's go back to where that is. So let's look on the map. Where's my favorite silver spot? Golds can be done up here where my mouse is. Take a look at that. So it's not really marked well, and you've obviously got to hike to get up here, or a drive, however you see it. I don't fish there. I'm actually going to fish down here where these guys are. A couple of guys are already out here for the day. I'm going to fast travel to this spot right here, and then I'm going to fish at the, it's a water station. And I don't need to mark it because the water station does not move. So while that's doing that, I'm going to say hello. Hello and welcome to viewers. Put that out there for everybody. Now, imBestefar, keep seeing this guy with the question mark name. I'm going to point out that it's very questionable. Seems weird to me. It's a funny name though. But he'd be fishing. And that's awesome. But we're getting out Big Orange, because he's all juiced up like me on caffeine. And, you know, we're going to go out here to that water station you can see floating right out here. See it? I'm heading right to it. But imBestefar likes boating. He likes to look at the water moving, the trees in 3D, the reflection moving on the water. That's cool. That's cool. But we've arrived. And if you were here at our last episode, please feel free to look it up. imBestefar likes to point right at that guy. Just slightly adjust it here. And we'll get that rod ready. And what I'll do is I'll short cast one here and I'll short cast one here. And this is where we'll pick up silvers. And I can certainly long cast and jig out here and long cast and jig out here, but it's a little more difficult in that I have to manage the jig differently, physically, right, to play it. And I'm trying to go for just, let's crank out 10. So let's keep it easy and let's see if we can do what we did yesterday. So we're gonna drop that out there. Quick reminder on everybody, I've got the Rushy on a Visionary Director, which is of course a tough medium, not top of the line, one back from, and it's plenty strong for what we're going to go do. But I could also catch it on my 2. My 2 is quite a bit weaker, and that happens to be the mediator, and we don't fish that because then it takes us 3 or 4 minutes to bring them up. And I'm still getting good XP on the Rushy and the Visionary Director, even though it's super strong and brings them up with ease. So, let's get that jig going. Bring it up just a touch. And then we wait for the jig to strike. Oh my God, I couldn't have called it any better. That fish was waiting for me. Now you know why I like this spot, right? And it's not always like that, but that was really nice. Man, I dropped that jig right on that fish's head. Conk! He woke up and had a nice worm for breakfast. All right, let's watch this come in. Looks like a silver or bronzy. Silver. They're pretty fat. See, so that's a small one. When they get up to 15 kilograms, which is 30 pounds, we call that a tie up in Canada, where I fish. So this is right in the middle of the pack at 5 kilograms. It's only 10 pounds. But look how big it is when you look at it. It's still huge. If you caught this on my bass rod, it'd spool you in the first second. Kabam! But it's a gorgeous fish, and it's super easy to catch. And off we go. So as they get a little heavier, I'll get more points. But one down, right? Just got to get 9 more of those. Switch it up. Go to the other side. And we'll get that jig going again. Alright, while that's doing that, let's come over here and let's liven it up a little bit. Alright, let's get that jig started. Alright, jigging, let's do it. Now we wait. Alright. Alright, now what I like to do also, just to help me gauge the fish as I crank them in, is I'll leave my tension at 50 once I'm comfortable. And I know if I'm not going to take a gold or a diamond, and I'm pretty sure I'm not, then I'm just going to leave it where I know I'm comfortable, and I'm going to help that reel bring them in. Right? Look how fast I brought that in. And it's just a little bigger than the last one. Alright. 2 down. Gotta do 10. Switch to the other side. And what time is it? It's in the late afternoon. And we really have no one by us, right? And I don't mark this spot, guys, because it's the bottom lake. And it's sitting here by the station. So it's my little secret to anybody that watches my videos. If you want to catch big silvers out here, one after another, with a patient jig, you can. You know, it's not always as fast as it has happened, but we do pretty good here. If I just keep switching between the two, if I get bored, I'll switch it over to the other side, and bam, I get another one. We just got to be patient. So it's pretty easy fishing for big lake trout. And we've had the benefit of being able to do that the last 2 episodes. So it's kind of fun to have a challenge right after doing a bunch of them. We're getting to have to re-rig a thing. So see how this one's waiting a while now. That spawn's coming back. And I can just leave this here. Or, a lot of times I'll do this. I'll bring it up quick and I'll just do I'll throw it out to extend my bait range now finally. Instead of fishing my spot. But look how far that goes out, guys. Look, it almost spools you if you're not careful. Right? 55 meters out. That's 150 feet. Alright, let's get that jig going. So now what I do is I let the jig come to me, and I keep it on a 1 by, and I let it keep running. Notice how it's going to raise up, however, off the bottom. And I wait for that to get close to me again, and once it's nearby, I then let it drop to the bottom, and if I don't have a fish, I'll move to the other side. So again, very easy to keep the jig going. Just got to hold the space bar, and off we go. Told you it's not always as fast as those first 2. But I wanted to show you kind of what I do. Right, see, so now Now that's gonna hang right straight down. And if I don't get something off that jig, I bring it up right away. And then I go over to the other side. And we do it again. And we pour more coffee. Welcome to your Wednesday. Take my glasses off. And I know I'm fishing before everybody's out of bed. That's why I don't have any viewers, right on. You know, hey, some of us old grandpas, we get up and we fish early. So, you got somebody to watch fish. And he knows what he's doing. Alright, let's let that jig do the work. Gotta be patient. Be out here for a half hour. Oh my gosh, I've been doing curls. I've been doing curls all this time. Oh geez. Oh shit. Oh, you see what happens? I do one curl and I miss the strike. Bestefar sad. Bestefar sad. He's picking up that line. He's embarrassed. He's embarrassed. Yeah. Yeah, we were showing off your little curl, you jackass. Can't believe I did that. I don't deserve that fish. All right, let's get that jig going. Jigging, jigging. I'm ready now. Should have done a curl with the left arm, not the right arm. All right, we're 28 minutes into our stream. We're catching fish. I think we've had 4. Couple of channel catfish first. And we just got our next bite. We're fishing lake trout for the next challenge. And we're going to see if we can hopefully get 7 of these little babies done so that I can spend some time at Norway. I haven't even peeked at Norway's challenges today, and if we have time, we'll do that. Here he comes. Good looking silver. Little one. Little one. Counts towards the challenge. And guys, you get a ton of XP from doing the challenges. I highly encourage you to do challenges. Why? Why do challenges at Bestefar? Well, because then you get XP from doing the fish and XP from completing the challenges and all the money from catching all those fish. So, since you're going to go fishing, enable the challenge to go find the fish you need. Put a small amount of process behind the fishing, and you'll get extra XP. That's all it is. Make it happen. Just like push-ups, make it happen. Get that jig working. I'm going to point out that we have submitted a bug to the development team as users to get the jigging hold spacebar to be a toggle. instead of press and hold. Yeah, here we go. All right, we're cranking them out. Cranking them out.
What is that?
Yeah, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Such a pretty fish, too. Jeez. So pretty. It's fun to just look at each one of them. Kabang, credits. Kabang, XP. Oh, I don't want to cast like that. I'm going to short cast. There we go. All right, how are we doing? While we wait.
I'd really like to become a dubstep producer, but I don't know where to begin.
Cranking it out. Only need 6 more.
Step 1. Pirate FL Studio. The cracked version has a way warmer sound than the bought version. Step 2.
All right, moving on from this song. Not my favorite. All right, let's get that jig going. You see me bring it up just about a meter and a half, and then I let that jig just sit there. It could not be easier. Just got to be ready for that strike. So I enjoy the music, and I just listen for that strike without paying too much attention to the screen, because I know that jig's doing the work for me. So it's kind of easier fishing than even float or pull spin, right? You just got to get that jig going, and you're pulling in big silvers. So far, these have been pretty small. But they get bigger. But notice again, we're catching them one after another. All silvers. And that's the benefit to you as a player, right? Like the silvers are where the XP and the gold to buy equipment are. Okay, let's get that jig going. Man, I hope we get over to Norway today. Been kind of waiting for, I'm waiting for the legends to repop. So in between that, I've been doing these challenges, and I've been trying to take more species specific ones too. It makes it quite a bit more fun to be looking for a certain type of fish, because that's going to make you move around the map. And we're waiting on this jig long time now. Got to be patient. Alright, let's move that jig. Okay, on the other side. Gotta be patient. Which is why I put music on. Let's pick up that jig. Let's say to ourselves, all right, worm, it's time for the shad. Now what's fun with the shad is I can pull the shad, so we're going to cast it out and let it fall all the way down. And we're going to let that drop, and then I'll just do a constant pull on the shad. And the shad can do this all the way back to me. And I don't have to jig, and I'm in my jig setup. So it's actually pulling soft plastic, because you can pull a shad. How do I know that? Hover over it. You got constant stop and go, twitching and jigging. Right? So let's see if constant works. And I assume I can just use 2 or 3 times. And we'll do this several times and see how it does, just cause it's just curious. I feel like 3 times is way too fast. So I'll slow that thing down. Slow it down to 1 even. Because then that bait's in the water a little longer too. You know, the lure is. And it's just rising up towards you. So if you don't get anything near the bottom, bring it in. Right? So let's jig it this time. Let's jig it. And I sure wish we weren't fishing at night, but we totally can. All right, jig on. Alright, we're just trying to be patient. Boy, we're just on a slow bite now. Gotta do what you gotta do. Put that worm back on. See how it's so funny we got to this location and I got those 2 quick bites. Shows you how exciting fishing can be when you're on it. And then you're now in a state where you're not and you're waiting. Gotta be patient. But the shad's not doing as good as everybody would think. Even though, as I say that, we take one. Isn't that how it goes? Nobody awake to view my stream today. Imbestefar's lonely. But I'm happy to be playing and I'm happy to be out here and it's a beautiful game. Peaceful. Big, big fish. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. All right. All right. Sorry, I was indecisive. So how are we doing on the challenge? Need 4 more. And we'll have our dailies done. All right, let's get that jig going. Oh yeah. See, I have no worry now. Every time I put it on auto reel, it just brings that baby right in. This true visionary is so perfectly suited for this task. My mediator can't handle this. Not even close. It's 3 minutes to catch it at that point. Even with, you know, a pure champion spin reel, it can't do it. This is a big one. Yeah! Yeah! 8.4, not bad. Not bad. 16. So big. Love it. 3 to go. Not bad. Check it out, everybody. This is us. Right here. We've been doing this all morning. All right. Just gotta put your faith in the jig. Listen to your music, chill out, enjoy the outdoor view. Alright, we're going to pull this up here in a second, and imBestefar is going to take his medicine. So, hold on. imBestefar is a diabetic. imBestefar is a healthy diabetic. But I gotta make sure I take these. This is my morning routine. Alright, let's do it. Alright. Get that jig going. Come on, jig. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Today's card is a jack. Oh yeah. Oh my. This one is a little bit bigger. Getting bigger now. Right? So 10 kilograms. They go to 15 kilograms before it's a gold. But this is a big one. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so heavy. Good looking fish right there. Let's go this way. Alright, how we doing on that challenge? All we need is 2 more. It's just myself on the stream. I'm so lonely. But that's okay, because I know that there's value in everybody just checking this out later too. Learn how to fish for lake trout. So I publish all my streams and I name them appropriately so that when they're on YouTube, they'll stay there forever. You can find my stuff. Yeah, no? Only need a couple more now. Oh yeah! I was just beginning to doubt, and I was going to pull it up, but man, just bam! part of the excitement of jigging. Oh yeah, that's a little one, but it brings us one closer to having 10 silvers. Looking good, looking good. Sorry, I was just contemplating a couple things, but look at this. This is our run, and it's pushing away the run that was last night that was awesome as well. Good scores coming in. It's obviously driving me to level. We're going to hit 157 here shortly. Very shortly. Possibly the next fish. Because we'll complete that challenge. We'll get a bunch of XP and a bunch of dough at 157, like a 1200 or something or whatever. So here we go, folks. Let's get that last fish, that last lake trout, and then we can decide what to do from there. All right, jig on. All we need is one more, baby. Yeah. Now you know why I love this spot so much. So it was my treat to come out here and fish it again with you guys. My viewers and my watchers. Watchers being people that watch later. Yeah, here it comes. Right on up. Right on up. Look at that. Oh, that's a beautiful fish. Beautiful fish right there. I can't stress enough how fun it is to come out and catch such big fish one after another. And it does great things for your leveling and your gear. Just as I predicted, we got some credits, 1200 plus. We got XP before that. And then I leveled, and here we are at 157, well into it. Again, the challenges do great things for your leveling, everybody, including your bank account. Oh my gosh, Bestefar's getting so excited. So, we have completed our challenges. Let's just check. Bam! And then for the weekly, I've already done that, right? So we're pretty much done with GRR until tomorrow's dailies. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a short break, check on my dogs, and hit the boys' room. And gosh, we did that first bank of challenges inside the first hour, right? So, you know, if you're looking at what did we get done, Jesus, from right here up, we did all this within an hour. Way to go, everybody. Know your spots, have good rigging, have enough gear to get through stuff, and you can really crank through your XP. So without taking any more time, let's quickly go to intermission so that Bestevar can get more caffeine, and we'll obviously be right back. And I'm going to just type a message too. Be right back for coffee. And boys. Here, I'll put men's room. Or how about this? Angler's room. That way there's mystery what I did in there. Alright. imBestefar will be right back. Here we go. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Bam. Sorry for the head banging. I love the shit. I love the shit. All right, moving on. Here we go. Okay guys, enough head banging. We're gonna quickly run up here to the vendor. The vendor who shall remain nameless. Who shall be annoyingful. Yeah. Alright, so imBestefar is just at this unique time. He's bought all of the spin reels out of spinning, and as we look at what's left, we've got this true mediator ready to roll. Ready to roll. I can't wait to get that thing because I like to fish the heavier fish, and I know it's going to do really well, and I mean so well, with salmon, for example, and possibly whatever other big fish we find down the line as the game moves forward. But I've caught everything in the game with these two reels, man. Everything, including all the legends, have been caught here, or here, or here, right? With a strength of 8, strength of 15, or strength of, back one, 10. You know, I did play with the dead mint for a while at 6.5, but it just didn't add any value. So I stayed with 10. Besides, I kind of like these reels look better than these little squishies. All these squishies are kind of the same, right? I like the open look of what's a little bit more like a knuckle buster. Having said that, imBestefar is just somehow holding off. I can't explain why I haven't done this yet. Other than when we look at the my rod situation, you know, on the spin side, I'm doing everything I can with the top of the line rushy, right? And I'm obviously on the bait casting side doing everything I can on the middle of the line rushy. This is my natural upgrade. So I'm about to, you know, 37K, 45K, 82,000. I easily can do it, but geez, man, I have been saving for so long and using these other equipment for so long that I completed the game with that equipment in many ways. And I augmented things, but in another way, and I'll show you that here in a second. So let's leave this reserve, because it's in the storage of my other reserve. We'll go to Norway, starting our second hour. We're going to do a couple things in Norway today. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. This is what we zoned into. Look at how pretty it is. So pretty. Alright. Sorry, it takes me. Alright, looking at our challenges for Norway, we're wide open for today. They aren't set. And so the first one we're going to do, man, I'm nervous about this too, because I want to do brown trout, but getting silvers is kind of hard. But getting salmon, oh my gosh, that's the first one, and super easy. Super easy on that one. We can even get 30 kilograms, and any one silver is probably easier than 3 silvers of brown, or any 6 Zander would be fun, because it'd be by where the salmon are, but I'd have to do float fishing and wait. So I'd rather do any one silver. So that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna crank these out now, and it looks like we can just do salmon. So what are we gonna use for salmon? And by the way, how dumb was I? Oh my gosh, you guys. Don't take this weekly thinking you can get 10 golds in a week. Do you know how much fishing I do? And I don't have golds. I don't have one here. Okay? Golds are rare. Alright? So, you know, maybe you shouldn't make that your goal for the week to get 10 of them. Right? It's not like BestFar needs more levels or anything. I'm just saying, this is a very tough challenge. So you might steer clear from that weekly. But this looks doable, and it's totally in our wheelhouse. And we're not even gonna do anything other than zone back to the main and walk over here and catch those fish. So let's just do that. I really, really wish I could get off the... I want to zone in, but it's covered. There we go. All right. Here we go. BestFar loves the Norwegian Reserve. It looks so fantastic. It's gorgeous. It's just absolutely beautiful. And BestFar is Norwegian and appreciates every aspect of what they've done. Oh, check it out. I got a brother. He's got cute shoes like me. Here, I'll wave to him. Hey, Robert. You are my twin. Check him out. He's got a sweet orange beard and blue on, the sweet shoes, colorful hat, and when you compare that to BestFar, BestFar likes orange. Orange is BestFar's favorite color. So you can see I went with the gray hat because it has an orange rim on it. Oh, I love it. Just a little bit of humor. Now, at the same time, you'll also make another note. I'm going to show you one more time. Notice BestFar's hands. Even though I would normally wear gloves, and I do because I'm a cold old man, in game I don't wear gloves. Why is that? Well, that's because, oh my gosh, those are sweet boots. That's because I fish with my hands, and I'm able to pick up a 60-pound salmon without gloves on. Right at the gill. Bam! It's doable. All right, so let's go now, because we picked up, look guys, I've already got this worm I could go use out there, but we're never going to jig for salmon. We're going to do two things. We're going to change that worm out from a jig, okay, this one. We're going to turn it into a float, or I mean a pole. I would normally change this to green now, but it'll handle 25 just fine. And then obviously I'm going to use like this 2-0, and I'm going to spin them in. Okay, or we'll use this with red worm or minnow, both. If I use minnow, I have a chance, or cheese, I can possibly get Zander too, right? But yeah, max is 2. I should probably increase this. Let's take this 9 out and put a 2 in, okay? And I'll explain why I'm doing that. Take the 9 out, put the 2 in. Because I really want big fish, right? If I'm going to drop a hook in, I want the big a hook I can. Because I can weed out smaller fish now that I'm max level, basically, or high level. I'm fishing for the heaviest fish I can. And my rig up can handle it, so I'm totally going for it. It might alter the bite, so be ready for that. All right, where are we going? Right here. It's right by the base. I've marked it here on the map. The cruise ship's sitting right out here, right? So this turns into a really neat view, and it's almost nighttime, so we're gonna have a nice little sunset fish. Great way to end this set of challenges. And I've done this in a number of different spots, and I keep crashing these people's gardens. Sorry everybody, I don't care about your weeds. Let me just run through here and trample them all down. Oh my God, I would freak out if somebody ran through my garden like that. All right, look at the sun. See what I mean, everybody? Oh my gosh, look how beautiful that is. And you can see my spot. It's sitting right out there waiting for me. Yeah. Get out there, Bestefar. Get out there. Make it yours. Yeah. Here we go. Third rod. It's got the really, really big spinner on, really big fat line. We're gonna get a fish in or two before the sun sets. And we're gonna let that drop about 5 meters. And then we're gonna pull it in at 3. And it's just gonna be one after another, hopefully. But it's not my favorite way to fish these. It works though. Got to be willing to slow that line down enough to let some of them get the bite. So I occasionally slow it down from 3 back down. But we got nothing on that first pull because we're on the 2-0 spinner. So watch, I'll quickly take that right out. Because that's going to hold me up. Right, I'm on that 2-0 spinner. It's super big. You know, if I just go to this one, I'm sitting on 2. I don't want to use 7, obviously. I'm going to use the 1. Oh my gosh, the sun's looking good. I'm about to have a seance. All right, here we go. I see you out there. I see you out there, Salmon. Oh, so pretty. Yeah, I told you. As soon as you put that spinner on, it's go. And so now I get to just sit here and play fish in the sunset. Are you kidding? This makes me happy every time I get a chance to come here. You want to lower your heart rate? Come fish with me. Come fish with imBestefar. I'll tell you how to catch everything. Oh, look at that. Somebody got a diamond pike. Congrats on that huge pike. Wow, 20 kilograms. That was massive. Wow. Klein Yule caught that. Wow. Oh, I want to see that fish. That was huge. All right, back on it. We're pull fishing now again, of course, for salmon. We're going to try and wrap up our challenges in Norway with the salmon today. I slowed that down. I got that bite. See, so 3 times is not always what you want to be on. Yeah. Big silvers. Little bronzy here, obviously, though. Notice it's 5 kilograms. Lake trout at 5 kilograms will be a silver. It's what made me say that. Oh, it's so fun to fish into the sun. Already got a couple in. We're just going to keep cranking them in. Just like that. Give everybody a really beautiful view to finish our day of challenges. And this has just been so fun to just be cranking. We need silvers though. Just varying how deep I let that lure drop. And I could certainly cast left or right of the boat. We could do a lot of things. But it's always volume at this location. So I throw on my big bait casting rig up and I just pull them in one after another. Because it doesn't matter to me how big they are. Because I'm going to get silvers and I'm going to get bronzies. Oh, look at that. Pitbull got a goldy brown trout. Nice. I like to congratulate him. It's fun. We're out here trying to catch these things. They're rare. Somebody else got a big gold pike. Somebody speaking in German, it looks like. Oh, we got such a beautiful sunset. Look at this, guys. Got that on the surface here. Oh, see, I brought it in fast and I did get a salmon. Shows you what you can do to fool them. Because some of them just love 3 by or above, and so they just lurch after it. And so I did that right by myself, and you saw that guy come run quickly after it. And I quickly slowed down my pace and was able to let him get on it before I reeled it in fully. That's how I got him right there at the surface at the last moment. And I was able to get a silver finally on this size, so we will be able to get silvers. See, there's my silver counter right there. So if we look at that challenge, I gotta have any one, bam, done. Now all we need is weight. We're at 25. I'm gonna get that in my next fish. So if we look at where I stand on XP, we'll probably be out in here somewhere. Again, good leveling as we near the end of our day. Look at that. Sunset leveling. This has been a really good challenge run too. So if anybody watches my stream, they like to know, or you know that I do love to crank them fast, get them in quick, see how much I can get done in a day, and do it all within an hour, hour and a half stream, and then publish that. And we've been doing that a lot. We got a lot of content. Get out there and you'll learn something. Hang out with me, come fish with me. Really would enjoy that. Today we didn't have that many viewers. It's been very quiet. And that's okay. I got on early today. A ton of people are now publishing content about Call of the Wild The Angler, which is awesome. And it seems to be global. Oh, we got a sweet Zander right in front of us. Couple of them. Here, I'm going to do this real quick. I can't help myself. Look at that, right in front of us. So if I do this, 5, and I put cheese here, I don't think it's redworm they want. Maybe it is. Maybe I can get them to take a redworm. I think it's cheese they want. Can I put a cheese on real quick? Not with that hook. I can with that hook quickly. See what I'm trying to do? I'm quickly trying to get that big Zander. Come here, boy. See me how fast I got that right on top of him. Come on, come back up. Oh, don't be a big party pooper. Oh, there's one. Come on. Come on. Oh, you guys. Handbook me. Handbook me the Zander. Minnow grub shat. I'm such a jackass. Minnow grub. I was so slow. So they're still there. I got a cute minnow. Let's see if we can get that guy to come back. He's right over there. Oh, I don't want that guy to take it. That's a juvenile salmon. We're going to let him go. He's going to strike it, and I'm not going to take it. Sorry, buddy. We're after Zander. And if they don't come back, obviously I'm not in a rush. I was trying to pick up the two that were right in front of me. I should have had that rod ready. I'm going to have it like that next time. Boy, for some reason I thought it was cheese that they wanted. I failed. All right. Enough of that. Unless I see you. Unless I see you. Back to that third rod. We got the sun down. We kind of missed out there on the final sunset. We just need to get that final salmon. Let's hook one. And let's call it. Yeah! You know what I mean? It's awesome when you can rely on your lure and you're in a good spot. Make sure you have one of those in your bag. The spinners are awesome. Awesome. Yeah. End on a nice silver. We're going to get XP here to finish our challenge. Did I? I did. I get the credits as well. See, there you go, 846. And then when we look at where did that leave me, I almost leveled again. Almost leveled again. So we should, maybe we should just get a couple more fish to see if I can level my character real quick before we go. So let's throw a couple more out. All we need is a couple of bronzies, maybe a silver or two. Look at imBestefar trying to stay online. I've got to get outside, guys, because my dogs are out. And it's super nice, and I need to make sure that nice. I need to make sure that they're not getting out through this little hole out that I saw yesterday. So we're going to do a dog check. All right, and there's that Zander right in front of me. Oh, I shouldn't have cut line. Sorry, buddy. But I don't really need you yet. I need these guys. I really want to bring in a Zander on my cute little bass rod. That one right there. Look, he's huge. Yeah, see, you go over there. Okay. Now you're seeing the fish master at work. He's going to try and to bring the big Zander in on the super small bass rod. This is kind of fun. You guys got to try this. Take it, buddy. Get that tension right. Look Look, he's gonna take line. I can barely use 15%. I'm telling you guys, do what I'm doing. It's fun. Under geared fishing. It's really fun to try and catch Zander on this rig up. He'll tire out and I'll pull him in, and then I'm going to do it to that one too. This is exactly, by the way, how I caught my my diamond Zander. I was out here peddling salmon. Also, by the way, you get a lot of XP for catching fish on small gear, so keep trying. See, I'm trying to use 20, but I'm sitting here on 2.5 pound test, so I can't over strength this fish in. My rod can barely handle it. Look, he's just playing me right there. Yeah, the bronze Zander on the gold horn with the Casio. Look at that XP, guys. That's happy time. It's happy time. See, I really wanted to get him in the boat because I kind of failed this last time, and now there's a couple out here. So, you know, I'm trying to demonstrate that if you've got the right gear up and you know where the fish are, have yourself ready. It's so fun to just quickly try and do something different while you're waiting on that big salmon, for example. And we're trying to finish our level, and maybe we'll do that on these little Zanders for a little bit. Look, they're everywhere around me right now. Look at that big one over there, right there. Anyways, I can barely do that. You know, this is tough work on this reel. Tough work on this rig up. So it's good XP, and it's able to do it. It's able to do it. Yeah, this is one of my favorite ways to keep XP coming in on other fish while, you know, maybe you're in a lull on salmon. You can take advantage of what's in front of you. See that? Bam! Bam! That's Zander farming right there. And it's a little fun on the little rod for sure. Then occasionally you'll see just a humongous salmon float by. You just go back to that third rod and spin that baby out there for a second, and you'll have that in. But I just get crazy out here trying to have fun, fishing for different stuff. See, now I'm wanting to finish my 157th level, so we're going to try and just fish in what we can. Boy, that Zander's having his way with my bass rod right now. It's getting dark. I need to take my glasses off. Can't see in the dark water. Boy, he's just having his way with me. Only way I can get line right now is if I turn the tension up. He's really working me. There we go. Come on in, buddy. Come on in. I'm gonna let you go. See, that's a big fish for that little rod. The rod's rated for 2.5, and we're catching 3, 0.7. So that's how it's. And this is rated for 3.5, right? So it's working out pretty good. This is a great combo, and that's why I use this for bass. But the minnow's working out. Yeah, catching Zander one after another. So how have we done today? If we look at my handbook real quick, and we go to my latest catches, we did a slew of salmon, right? These guys right here. and that's just this one spot, right, in Norway, and then a bunch of Zander now, 3 Zanders. We're just going to keep pressing because I want to get past 157 while we're on level, or near level. Being treated to this amazing view. Look at the, you can see the Aurora Borealis in the water. There goes a nice salmon right there. Maybe we bring that little guy right there in. But a short cast doesn't leave me much time to get him on it. And that's not the one I want. Boy, they love 3 times. They really do. They like that fast spinner. It's fun to watch them come after the lure. All right. Now this is, get this back up to the kind of tension I want at 50. And they're on their way in. What a great day. So we got through GRR and Norway's daily challenges today. And that's awesome. And we're just going to now try a little closer. Just trying to wrap up 157. With a few more pulls. Try and get, we were catching the Zander that were right out in front of us briefly, and now we're just going to wrap up these salmon. Let that sink again. Here he goes. He's right in front of it. There it is. I had to slow that down to let him have it at 3. That fish didn't even have a chance to run. And how are we? 1 or 2 more. We're getting so close. You guys can't see that because you can't see my XP bar because of my video. Sorry about that, but we're working on 157. We just have a sliver left. So we're just going to keep pounding them out until bestefar levels. And that's, oh, look at that beautiful little salmon jumping. What a nice, nice stream we've had. Got the early morning bite taken care of. Got the challenges taken care of. And spent some time on Discord. With the community. That's not going to be big enough to finish. We need more than that. We need another silver. But you can see I'm slaying them in. It's no problem. We can fish at night out here. We can fish without our boat out here. This rock is called Bestefar's Rock. And it is a perfect place to get Zander or salmon. The view is awesome. The fish are plenty. they're generally hook dependent, hook size dependent what you reel in. You can get all sizes. But you'll slow down your action if you put too big of a hook up. I'm using a 2. 2 or a 1, I don't know. Hold on, let me look again. There's that level, yeah! Alright. You guys, that's the perfect time for me to just go ahead and end this stream because it's been a super fun, productive stream. And I want to thank everybody for one very important thing. I am grateful for your time. Please give me a follow, a like, or a subscribe as appropriate, platform dependent, and know that I love you. Peace and love to the world. Bye, everybody.